I'm learning a lot, let me tell you. What am I learning about? I am learning about colorism. Oh, yes, indeed. Now, perhaps there was another word for that because I grew up in the Caribbean and you had this, you're light skin, you can get ahead, you're dark, you not so much. There's so much more to life than the separation of people. Because at the end of the day is what protects you from the elements. Skin and what it looks like is determined by, oh, so your ancestors were from somewhere hot. Yes, yes, they were, and that's why I'm dark. I fully embrace this dark skin. Why? Because it's the skin I'm in. And it is beautiful. Society can try as it may to tell me that I should be lighter and that my hair should flow. Oh, please. Listen, I think I have gotten over the love-hate relationship with my hair. Okay? Why am I going to get all caught up? Society cannot tell me that I am not beautiful. That's up to me. That is up to me to tell myself if I am beautiful or not. My dentist, on the other hand, took it upon herself to tell me that my gap is 5 millimeters wide. 5. And I'm okay with that too because I like my gap. Actually, I love my gap because if I didn't see it looking back at me in the mirror, I'd be a little bit worried because it's been there for a couple decades. And I love my gap. One simply has to appreciate themselves. I look this way because my father looks a certain way. My mother looks a certain way and she has a gap. So Meghan Markle looking the way she looks is because of who her mother is and who her father is. Her character, on the other hand, is completely up to her. You see what I'm trying to get to you here? I'm not saying I don't experience racism. Oh, I do. But at the end of the day, my hero, Miss Harriet Tubman, I love her, taught me something very important. I can't change the skin I'm in. I can't make you like me. I can't make you appreciate me. But I can doggone well appreciate myself. Because that is who I put my head down next to, myself. That is who I see when I look in the mirror, myself. But I don't long to look like anybody other than myself. Like I tell my boy, you get up in the morning, you bathe, you brush your teeth, you clean your face, you eat your breakfast, and make sure that you're kind to yourself and other people. My theory is, you know how we say that we are mirrors of each other? Right. So what happens in a mirror? When you look in the mirror, you only see yourself looking back at you. So that means when I go out into the world, I'm always seeing myself. So if I'm seeing myself, I'm going to be kind to myself. Thus, I'm kind to other people. Now, the interesting thing that happened back in the day of slavery, in order for you to justify or reconcile how you are going to treat someone, because you can't look somebody in the eye and know that you're looking at yourself and say, I hate you and I'm going to kill you. The only way for you to do that, and this is my theory, is that you have to silence your soul so that when you look out of your eyes, you see nothing. Because if you see nothing when you're looking out, you can do anything you want. Because then there's no conscience there to say, hey, what are you doing? This is just like you. You can't hurt this person. So this is why I make it a point as part of my meditation to look into my own eyes every single day. Why? So that I can recognize what my soul looks like. So that when I go out into the world, I recognize my own soul in the face of someone else or the eyes of someone else. And that is what determines how I treat someone. Now, if I go out and I treat someone with kindness and love and appreciation, you know what happens? 9 times out of 10, I get that back. And hey, I'm selfish. Why? Because it feels good to be loved and appreciated. But who has to appreciate and love you first? That's right. I have to love and appreciate myself first. So if I start there, it's just like it's a pond and you're going to drop a pebble in it and it ripples outward, right? But that one person who perhaps could be having a really tough day and is going to come at you like, oh, I don't like you. You look different. You know what I do in that situation? Because trust me, I get it and I see it. I just simply smile and say, you know what? It's all good. And then they look at me like I'm absolutely crazy. And you know what they do? They smile. Even though, listen, if they're smiling at me because they think I'm totally crazy, the point of the matter is the edge of their anger has been eroded just a little bit. So that now when they encounter the next person, they're not as angry. You see? You don't have to get in somebody's face and diffuse anything. A simple smile can do that. When you go out into the world, remember who you are. You are a soul wrapped in a body. That's what you are, a soul wrapped in a body. Okay? And I happen to really love the body that my soul is wrapped in. Why? Because I love my soul. But anyway, what did you learn from me today? You learned that I could be somewhat, you know, slightly crazy. Get this girl a hug myself jacket. I don't need a jacket to hug myself. I hug myself every day, and it feels good. It really does feel good. Does society think I'm crazy? I don't know and I don't care. I know that I feel good. And when I feel good, I think good. And when I think good, I see good. Why? Because like thoughts attract like things. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Yes, be that change. Much love.